For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
Hello again. We've got a very interesting show for you lined up today as we get through the month of March. Coming up at the East China Performing Arts Center on Saturday, March the 23rd is a really unique kind of a concert. We've got the composer and the pianist with us, Christian Schoen. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
On the Focus Show. You are a local person, a local celebrity of sort, because I don't know too many composers and pianists that live in St. Clair. Talk to me about you and talk to me about what's happening.
Sure. Well, I appreciate the time to be here. So I work with the Council on Aging. I'm on the board of directors for the county-wide organization, and I've worked with Washington Life Center for many years. And I said to them, why don't we look to do something that can bring more of the community in? And so we worked with the PAC to line up a date where I could go in and
They're pretty
perform.
busy at the PAC.
They are very busy.
Yeah.
So we had to float a few dates, but March 23rd worked.
So what will you be performing? What will you be presenting to the public?
So as you mentioned, they're all original compositions. I will start with a sonata, which is just a series of pieces, varying tempos and dynamics and energy, and then I will segue into a segment on people, so images of people. So 7 different people that have influenced my life. I've written pieces about them. And then one of the more interesting ones to me, at least, is did some parodies on The Wizard of Oz. So, there's a movement that focuses on Dorothy, one about the witch, and one about the guy that flies in the balloon. His name's escaping me at the moment. But the book Wicked really inspired me to write that piece because it made me think about alternative perspectives in Oz, and so that's what we're there. Then there's 2 last pieces. One is Winter on a Dark Road, which portrays snow and winter here in Michigan.
Let's get rid of that's a long song.
Ready for summer, right? And then the last piece is a Polonaise, which is a Polish dance that I wrote for a wedding.
How long have you been playing, been a pianist?
For about 25 years now. I started when I was 13, so now I'm dating myself.
Well, was 13 old or young? I mean, a lot of times you hear of students who started 6 or 7 or 8.
It was old. Originally, I wanted to be a singer, and of course, at age 13, your voice is chaotic as a young man, so it was suggested that I start piano, and loved it so much that I eventually devoted all of my time practicing and went to university and studied. So it was not something I'd ever planned. I always felt that I had musical ability, but never really pursued it. So it was a late addition to my life as far as a child, but I caught on quickly and was able to get scholarships and go to university to study.
Pretty cool, pretty cool. You've had another career, you've had a business career. You said you've worked for IBM for a very long time.
Yes.
So the music is a labor of love as opposed to a labor of employment.
Correct.
But have you done other concerts?
I have. I'm primarily an organist and a choir master, so I do direct a choir down in Grosse Pointe Woods at St. Michael's Episcopal. And I have toured the United Kingdom and the United States primarily as an organist. In fact, this summer I'll be in the UK directing choirs at Westminster Abbey and Brecon Cathedral, and doing a series of organ recitals across the country there. So that'll happen in August. And I've done several trips like this in the past, but to be able to direct a choir at Westminster Abbey will be the pinnacle of my career.
I can't remember the exact name of it, but there's I think an Episcopal church in downtown Key West, California, or Key West, Florida.
Yeah.
And every day at noon, the organist does a concert, 7 days a week.
Nice.
And he's got a grand piano that he rolls out to the middle of the sanctuary, and then he's got the organ. So and it's a magnificent, organ as it would be in this beautiful old 150-year-old church.
Sure.
And in all the bizarreness of Key West, Florida, at noon every day is this little wonderful, quiet respite of humanity,
Sure.
with a gentleman playing 5 or 6 numbers on the organ, and then going down and playing Gershwin and Rhapsody in Blue and stuff on the piano.
How
If you're
fun.
ever down that way, you'll have to check it out. But it's
I will, yeah.
it's an Episcopal, beautiful, great big white Episcopal church in downtown, or Key West is just a little town. So.
Okay, I'll check that out if I'm ever
But
there.
I thought it was unique that you mentioned the Episcopal and what you do, and the two go together. So
Yeah.
we'll have to find you a church to work at noon.
I'm open to it.
Okay, so you said the money is going to go to Washington Life. What are they looking for? What are their needs?
They did not express any needs to me. I had originally thought about doing this recital, and then I thought, well, how can I do good in our community through this? And so I reached out to Washington Life and I said, hey, I've got this idea for a recital. I'm open to the proceeds going to support your mission. So for me personally, I've not set any expectation or objective of them. I just believe in their mission and the passion that they bring and want to support them.
That's super.
And I think this is a great forum to get people who maybe don't know anything about Council on Aging to come check it out and hopefully get involved like I have.
It's a beautiful place and so active. It really is active.
Yes.
They got people doing stuff all day. They got a museum in there for the military. They've got travel. I think they still do travel stuff, and there's a lot of good things going on.
Yes.
East China Performing Arts Center, Saturday, March the 23rd, 7 o'clock, and an exorbitant price of $10. I don't know how the people will be able to afford that.
For a worthy cause.
For a worthy cause. So go through the program again for our audience. What are you going to be doing?
Sure. So there's a variety of pieces in jazz settings, classical, contemporary. So there's a nice variety of music that you'll get that evening. I do start with a piece. The sonata is something that reminds me of Beethoven, and he was very much a prolific writer of piano sonatas. So that's my attempt at a piano sonata. And then, as I mentioned, the second piece, they're short works, maybe 1 to 4 minutes each, that go through 7 people that have touched my life, including my sister, who will be at the performance, and my youngest son. So
wonderful.
Those are 2 local people that are portrayed. And then go into the Wizard of Oz piece, the set of 3 pieces. And in the program will be a little blurb explaining my thought process behind the works.
Good.
And then Winter on a Dark Road, again, haunting imagery in music of driving in precarious situations in Backroads, Michigan. And then concluding with the Wedding Polonaise, that part of it I used in a wedding for a parishioner at a previous church I was at. And a Polonaise, again, Polish dance, but it was a German woman, so it was interesting to blend those 2 together.
Sounds like quite a lineup of wonderful entertainment for an evening. 7 o'clock, March the 23rd. That's a Saturday.
Yes.
At the famous East China Performing Arts Center, which is just such a great building, and it was a great idea for the people to vote on in earlier years, and it gets tremendous amount of use throughout the year. So.
It's a beautiful setting. I've been in many different performing arts halls. In fact, I would say East China is better than the Atlanta Symphony Hall.
Oh my God!
I mean,
That's quite a compliment.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place and an honor for me to be able to play there. And as you mentioned with the tickets, they can be purchased at the door the evening of, or folks can stop into Washington Life ahead of time to get tickets.
Okay. Very nice to have met you.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your career as a composer and a pianist. And
thank you.
And we're glad to see you around town here.
Appreciate it.
Coming up next, there's going to be a big auction where you can do things and make money and have great food. You'll hear all about it in just a second. St. Mary's Catholic Montessori School has only been around for 100+ years, but they need you and they need your help. Amber Mullins, welcome back to Focus Set.
Thank you.
Karen
Shafiq.
Yes. I'll get it down one of these days. Shafiq, welcome
right.
to the Focus Set. Nice to
Thank
see
you.
you. It's that time of year where we need to raise some money.
It is. And we're kicking it off May 4th for our auction.
Okay. Auction's been going on how many years?
Oh my gosh. When I was going to school, I
Yeah?
remember the
Oh,
auction.
that's 3 years, 4 years ago.
Yeah, 1 or 2. Yeah, for several years.
For several
It is.
years.
It's the school's biggest fundraiser.
And it's a fun evening.
Yeah, it's a great night out.
Tell me what's going on this year.
Well, this year our theme is Fiesta.
Okay.
So it's May 4th and right around that Cinco de Mayo day. So we decided the theme would be a Fiesta theme. We've got lots of restaurants coming for food for everybody. Tickets are $40 if they're purchased before March.
It's not bad when you got food too.
Right, food
good
and
deal.
drink.
Yeah.
So open bar and food.
Open bar.
Open bar, yes, for $40 if you get your tickets before March 29th.
Okay.
So, and then we've got a live auction and silent auction that night as well.
Okay. Peter, back in bin 2 there's some pictures that you can throw up. One's of the festival, one's of some of the students. Throw those up and we'll talk about what's going on at St. Mary's. A couple years ago you switched from just being a wonderful school to a wonderful school with Montessori.
You're right. The whole entire school, like you said, is now Montessori, which both Karen and I send our children to, and we absolutely love that Montessori philosophy.
What are the grades?
It's preschool through 5th grade.
Okay.
Yep.
And go ahead.
Oh, no.
Well, we got there's the Fiesta flyer.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that. But let's roll into some of those pictures, Peter. And there we go. Now go to the next one. We'll talk about that one at the end. Talk to me about this picture.
Yep, this is one of our preschool students, and right now he's doing a Montessori activity because Montessori is very hands-on. So that's his mat. He's in his own space and learning about shapes. And as you can see, he put them in order from smallest to biggest, and even how diagonal he did it.
And is
He's
that a
pretty
Montessori?
proud.
Is that a Montessori smile?
I think so. It's usually very fun.
Okay, next.
This is a picture this is Leanne, our principal.
Yep.
And these are actually 2nd, 1st, and a kindergartner in this picture.
I think one of those is your daughter on the far right.
Karen, we both have kids in this picture. But we threw you this picture because this is actually one of my favorite parts of school is how they start their day with morning prayer every day. And it's student-led. The students read the prayers, and it's really beautiful.
Wow.
Yep. So, and really anyone can come. Morning prayer begins at 8:15, and this was just like a week or 2 ago, I think, to kick off Lent.
Okay.
So, this was morning prayer.
Okay.
This picture is Robin Utz, and this year our new addition to the auction is we're having an event honoree. And we had many very wonderful leaders, of course, to choose from. But Robin Utz really kind of stuck out in our minds as she's just a very dedicated teacher. So we're really proud to honor Robin at this year's auction. So that's her working with the preschool and kindergarten students.
Okay, that's a great shot.
Yeah, that's her reading. A lot of parents think that she has magic language for kids because they just love her.
Okay. Now, we come to the car. What's the deal on the car? I saw a white car in the parking lot.
Yes. So we are doing a 2nd annual car raffle, and we're selling raffle tickets. Only 1,000 tickets are going to be sold.
How much are those tickets?
The tickets are $100 a piece.
Okay. Pretty good odds.
It is. Very good odds. And if we sell over 500 tickets, you will win you can choose either the Ford Escape, 2019 Ford Escape, or $25,000.
Oh.
Yep.
That's a big choice. I know. Oh.
It is. So if we don't sell the 500, it will go to a 50-50 raffle, but still
So the
very
car
good
is not a
odds.
lease that you got to turn in.
No, not at
Oh.
all. It's yours.
Because a lot of times those raffles, you win it, but hold it, we got to take it back.
Right. No, it's yours to keep.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, so we had the first one last year, and the winner is actually a St. Clair resident, and it was wonderful to have the drawing.
Can you tell us whether they took the money or the car?
I can. They actually took the money.
They took the money and ran.
They not ran. They still live here.
And they put it in their North
Investing in
Star.
St. Clair.
Yes. Yes.
Put it in North Star Bank.
Yeah. The drawing is actually on June 6th, so there's a little bit of time between now and then, but tickets are sold up through 10 a.m. on June 6th, and the drawing will be pretty soon thereafter on the kids' last
Is
day
there
of school.
something happening on June 6th?
Last day of school?
Last day of school.
Oh, okay,
For St. Mary's.
okay.
Right.
Yes.
So that's, you tied it to that.
Yeah, it was a fun day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get to pick up the keys for my new car.
Yeah.
There you go.
I would love to give them to you.
You darn right you would.
I'd be love to
Yeah.
name we know.
All right, so how do I get involved in the auction? Where do I get tickets? And
Great question. Yes, you can get your tickets now. Go to the school and buy your ticket. And like Karen said, if you get it by March 29th, it's an early bird special where tickets are $40 per person, which is a great deal. So
Okay.
we can go to the school or even call the school and reserve your ticket now is a great idea to do.
All right.
Yep.
Anything else? Did we miss anything?
Raffle tickets are
Oh.
for the car. You can go online onto our St. Mary's school page,
And
and there's a link on there that you can do
What
it
is
all
your,
online.
What's your address, your email address, or your address for the webpage?
stmarystclair.com.
Okay. St.
Yep.
Mary's, St. Clair.
And then also there's a link on our Facebook page as well, which is St. Mary's Catholic Montessori. So look us up on Facebook.
And then you can get your tickets there
Yep.
for the raffle.
Yep, for the
That-
car
that's
raffle.
good.
Yep, there's a link on there, and get lots of updates on the auction, the car raffle, and everything St. Mary's.
Great. Wonderful. Well, did we miss anything?
No.
I
Okay.
don't think so.
Do I get to pick my color?
Um,
Good question. Well,
That is
get
a very
Bill
good
McDonald in here.
question. I'm not sure on that.
He probably
but
would be
I will
happy
have
to do anything.
Yeah.
Bill McDonald Ford is pretty good
Yeah.
to work
Yeah,
with.
he'd be
Very.
great to work with. He wouldn't give you problems. So
Yeah.
I'd like it in pink.
That would be great.
All right, and that's your invitation to come first to the St. Mary's Montessori School auction on May the
Fourth.
4th, and then make sure you get your ticket for the car before I get my ticket, and you'll have a good chance. That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. Thanks very much for tuning in. Till next time, I'm Paul Dingeman. See you soon.